When sampling rate is less than the twice its maximum frequency, the error caused is known as A. Aliasing, B. Phase jittering, C. Quantization, D. None of the above. Correct answer A. Aliasing. If the sampling rate is lower than this, aliasing can occur, which means different signal frequencies become indistinguishable and the original signal cannot be properly reconstructed. The term remote job entry relates to dash A. Batch processing, B. Real-time processing, C. Transaction processing, D. Distribute processing. Correct answer A. Batch processing. Batch processing is the method computers use to periodically complete high-volume, repetitive data jobs. Certain data processing tasks, such as backups, filtering, and sorting, can be compute-intensive and inefficient to run on individual data transactions. The HDLCU frame has a dash bit code field A2, B3, C4, D5. Correct answer D5. U frame stands for unnumbered frames. These frames are also required in various functions like link setup and disconnections. These frames basically support control purposes and are not sequenced. First 2 bit of this frame of control field is 1, 1. The HDLCPF bit means final when the frame is sent by a dash station to a dash station. A. Secondary to primary, B. Primary to secondary, C. Secondary to combined, D. Secondary to secondary. Correct answer B. Primary, secondary. The PF field is a single bit with a dual purpose. It has meaning only when it is set, bit equal to 1, and can mean pole or final. It means pole when the frame is sent by a primary station to a secondary, when the address field contains the address of the receiver. The purpose of setting PF bit on first command response frame is speed. Primary grants permission to transmit commands to secondary as fast as possible so secondary can send response S, while primary is still sending commands, two-way simultaneous. The subnet mask for a particular network is 255.255.31.0. Which of the following pairs of IP addresses could belong to this network? A, B, C, D. Correct answer D. Which of the following happen to be the limitations of optical fiber? 1. The architecture of their couplers. 2. Costs of implementing them. 3. Modification of the software and hardware on existing systems. 4. The difficulty of installing the cables. A. 2 and 4 only. B. 1, 2 and 3 only. C. 1, 3 and 4 only. D. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Correct answer B. 1, 2 and 3 only. NAK frames are not numbered in dash. A. Stop and wait ARQ. B. Go back in ARQ. C. Selective reject ARQ. D. All of the above. The stop and wait ARQ protocol sends a data frame and then waits for an acknowledgement from the receiver. The ACK indicates that the receiver successfully received the data frame. After receiving the ACK from the receiver, the sender delivers the next data frame. So there is a stop before the next data frame is transferred, hence it is known as the stop and wait ARQ protocol. A secondary station has 3 data frames to send in response to a pole. The PF bit for the first frame is dash, for the second frame it's dash, and for the third last frame it's dash. A111, B000, C100, D001. Correct answer D001. For even parity, after adding the redundant bit, the number of zeros dash A should be even, B should be odd, C should be less than the number of ones, D we cannot say. The central concept in detecting or correcting errors is redundancy. To be able to detect or correct errors, we need to send some extra bits with our data. These redundant bits are added by the sender and removed by the receiver. Their presence allows the receiver to detect or correct corrupted bits. VRC, LRC, and CRC are normally implemented in the dash layer S for use in the dash layer. A. Upper and data link. B. Network and data link. C. Physical and data link. D. Data link and physical. Correct answer C. Physical and data link. Three common redundancy check methods are vertical redundancy check, VRC, longitudinal redundancy check, LRC, and cyclic redundancy check, CRC. VRC adds a parity bit to the data unit to detect single bit and odd length burst errors. LRC organizes data into a table and calculates a parity bit for each column. In the sliding window method of flow control, if 100 good data frames are sent and received, how many ACK frames have been sent by the receiver? A. 99, B. 100, C. 101, D. Some number less than or equal to 100. Correct answer D. Some number less than or equal to 100. Sliding window command is a flow control protocol which permits the sender to send multiple frames before needing the acknowledgements. Users slides its window on receiving the acknowledgements from sender that allows the sender to send more frames. The stop and wait flow control method is the same as the sliding window method with a window size of dash A 0, B 1, C 2, D none of the above. Correct answer B 1. Receiver window size of stop and wait protocol is 1. Receiver window size of sliding window protocol may be 1 or n. In TCP, one end can stop sending data while still receiving data. This is called a dash. A. Half close. B. Half open. C. One-way termination. D. None of the above. Correct answer A. Half close. In TCP, one end can stop sending data while still receiving data. This is called a half-closed termination, also known as a FIN wait state. In this state, one end sends a FIN segment to indicate that it has finished sending data and will not send any more data, but it can still receive data from the other end. The other end can continue to send data until it is also ready to terminate the connection, at which point it sends its own FIN segment. Once both ends have sent FIN segments, the connection is fully closed. Which of the following is true about ICMP messages? A. An ICMP error message may be generated for an ICMP error message. B. An ICMP error message may be generated only for the first fragment. C. An ICMP error message may be generated for a multicast datagram. D. None is true. Correct answer B. An ICMP error message may be generated only for the first fragment. ICMP error messages contain a data section that includes a copy of the entire IPv4 header, plus at least the first 8 bytes of data from the IPv4 packet that caused the error message. The length of ICMP error messages should not exceed 576 bytes. In dash routing, the mask and the destination address are both 0.0.0.0 in the routing table. A. Next hop. B. Host specific. C. Network specific. D. Default. Correct answer D. Default. In IPv4 based routing, 0.0.0.0 serves as a default route. This means no particular address has been designated in the routing table as the next hop in the packet's path to its final destination. What protects the coaxial cable from noise? A. Inner conductor. B. Outer conductor. C. Diameter of cable. D. Insulating material. Correct answer B. Outer conductor. The cable is protected by an outer insulating jacket. Normally, the outside of the shield is kept at ground potential and a signal carrying voltage is applied to the center conductor. In the congestion detection algorithm, if detection is by 3 ACKs, a new dash phase starts. A. Slow start. B. Congestion avoidance. C. Congestion detection. D. None of the choices are correct. Correct answer D. Congestion avoidance. Congestion avoidance techniques monitor network traffic loads in an effort to anticipate and avoid congestion at common network bottlenecks. Congestion avoidance is achieved through packet dropping. A serious problem can arise in the sliding window operation when either the sending application program creates data slowly or the receiving application program consumes data slowly, or both. This problem is called the dash. A. Silly window syndrome. B. Unexpected syndrome. C. Window bug. D. None of the above. Correct answer A. Silly window syndrome. In a CSMACD network running at 1 Gbps over 1 km cable with no repeaters, the signal speed in the cable is 2 lakh km per second. What is minimum frame size? A. 10,000 bits. B. 20,000 bits. C. 40,000 bits. D. 80,000 bits. Correct answer A. 10,000 bits. A block of data consisting of 2048 bits is transmitted between two computers interconnected by 450 meter of twisted pair wire. If the transmission rate is 34 kbps, determine A. The ratio of propagation delay to transmission delay. A. B. C. D. Correct answer B. 37.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. IEEE is responsible for a standard for local area networks called dash. A. ISDN. B. The Internet. C. Telcordia. D. Project 802. Correct answer D. Project 802. IEEE 802 is a family of Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers standards for local area networks, personal area networks, and metropolitan area networks. Proprietary and non-proprietary standards are both classified as standards. A. De facto. B. De jure. C. A or B. D. None of the above. Correct answer A. De facto. The meaning of the word de facto is by fact or by convention. These are the standards that have not been approved by any organization but have been adopted as standards because of their widespread use. Also, sometimes these standards are often established by manufacturers. In a peer-to-peer process, layer 4 on machine A communicates with layer dash on machine B. A1, B2, C3, D4. Correct answer D4. The role of transport layer, layer 4, is to establish a logical end-to-end connection between two systems in a network. The protocols used in transport layer is TCP and UDP. The transport layer is responsible for segmentation of the data. It uses ports for the implementation of process-to-process delivery. A message from device A consists of packet X and packet Y. In the datagram approach to packet switching, packet Y's path dash packet X is A is the same as, B is dependent on, C is independent of, D is always different from. Correct answer C is independent of. In parallel transmission, if we are sending 80 kbps, on each line we send dash characters per second. A 80,000, B 10,000, C 40,000, D none of above. Correct answer A 80,000. Parallel data transmission involves sending multiple bits of data simultaneously across multiple communication channels. Each data unit travels on a dedicated line, making it faster than serial transmission, where bits are sent one after the other. In go back in ARQ, if frames 4, 5, and 6 are received successfully, the receiver may send an ACK dash to the sender. A5, B6, C7, D any of the above. Correct answer C7. In go back in ARQ, if frames 4, 5, and 6 are received successfully, the receiver may send an ACK7 to the sender. How many OSI layers are covered in the X.25 standard? A3, B4, C2, D7. Correct answer A3. Netware Link X.25 implements the X.25 standard, which spans the bottom 3 layers in the OSI reference model for networking. The X.25 protocol stack includes the packet layer, data link layer, and physical layer. The 3 layers correspond to the network layer, data link layer, and physical layer of the open systems interconnection reference model respectively. How many bits per symbol are used in the Baudot code? A5, B7, C8, D9. Correct answer A5. Each character in the alphabet is represented by a series of 5 bits, sent over a communication channel such as a telegraph wire or a radio signal by asynchronous serial communication. The symbol rate measurement is known as baud, and is derived from the same name. The natural mask for class D is dash. A, B, C, D none of the above. Correct answer D none of the above. What is the address of the network to which the host 12.11.1.21 is connected? No subnetting. A 12.11.1.0, B 12.11.0.0, C 12.0.0.0, D none of the above. Correct answer C 12.0.0.0. For refraction to occur, the dash must be of a lower density than the dash. A. Cladding core, B. Core cladding, C. Cladding jacket, D. Core Teflon coating. Correct answer A. Cladding core. In denser materials, light travels slower, causing it to change direction or refract. This is why light bends when it moves from air, less dense, into water or glass, more dense. The degree of bending or refraction is determined by the refractive index, which is higher for denser materials. When the angle of dash is 90 degrees, the angle of dash is equal to the critical angle. A. Incidence and refraction. B. Refraction and incidence. C. Refraction and reflection. D. Reflection and refraction. Correct answer B. Refraction and incidence. Critical angle for a light ray traveling from denser to rarer medium is defined as the angle of incidence at which the angle of refraction is 90 degree. IEEE 802 standard for wireless LANs is A. 802.11, B. 802.10, C. 802.14, D. 802.18. Correct answer A. 802.11. IEEE 802.11 is part of the IEEE 802 set of Local Area Network Technical Standards and specifies the set of medium access control and physical layer protocols for implementing wireless local area network computer communication. For transmission media fiber optic tag, which IEEE 802 standard is used. A. 802.3, B. 802.8, C. 802.5, D. 802.7. Correct answer B. 802.8. Which of the following transmission systems provides the highest data rate to an individual device? A. Digital PBX, B. Computer bus, C. LAN, D. Voice band modem. Correct answer B. Computer bus. Bus speed usually refers to the speed of the front side bus which connects the CPU to the north bridge. FSB speeds can range from 66 MHz to over 800 MHz. Since the CPU reaches the memory controller, though the north bridge FSB speed can dramatically affect a computer's performance. Data transfer rates are 200 megabytes per second, 32-bit, or 400 megabytes per second, 64-bit.